Excellence in all, for all, by all.
Hi, I'm James Klein, proud principal of North Shore Middle School, and I'm excited about having the opportunity to show you all the great things that are going on here at the Home of Champions. For the past 61 years, North Shore Middle School has been a big part of the North Channel Galena Park ISD community. As a matter of fact, this March, we'll celebrate our 24th year here at our current location on Castlegory. Over the years, North Shore Middle School has done many great things to earn that motto, Home of Champions. And one of the things that we do is take care of our students. North Shore Middle School is currently home to 1,403 students. 1,143 of those students are Hispanic American, 168 of those students are African American, 72 students are Anglo American, 16 students are Asian American, 2 students are American Indian, and 2 students are multi-race. One of the great things about Galena Park ISD is that many of our students come home to teach and give back to the communities in which they were raised. We currently have 18.8% of North Shore Middle School staff being graduates from Galena Park ISD. That's an awesome thing, and it just shows how much North Shore Middle School has been a part of this community for 61 years. One of the initiatives that Galena Park ISD has been challenged with by Dr. Williams and our school board is to have 100% of its students eating breakfast every morning. North Shore Middle School has changed its procedures for breakfast to create an environment where students are excited to eat each day. Every morning, we open our breakfast lines at 7:20 and allow students to eat in the cafeteria until 7:40 when students are released to go to the gyms. When students are headed to the gyms, they also have the opportunity to get breakfast if they did not eat in our cafeteria at our grab-and-go station. These breakfast bags usually consist of items like breakfast bars, yogurt, or fruit. Students are able to take their bags and go into the gyms where they can sit and eat with their peers and eat breakfast. During this time, our cafeteria still remains open if students would like a more traditional breakfast. Any student who arrives after the 8:25 tardy bell also has the opportunity to get a grab-and-go breakfast from our cafeteria. One activity that North Shore Middle School started in Galena Park ISD is our Second Chance Breakfast. In between first and second period, students are able to come to the cafeteria and get a breakfast bag to take with them to second period. Once in second period, teachers allow them to eat their breakfast, which is similar to the items found in our grab-and-go, and participate in the day's lesson. We've had tremendous success with our Second Chance Breakfast.
A Second Chance Breakfast is beneficial to me because sometimes I'm late to school and I could just easily go get it.
Second Chance Breakfast is sometimes I like to get my breakfast and keep moving. I don't want to sit down and eat, so it's beneficial to me because I can get it and go move to class and eat while I'm learning and ready to go.
I'm late to get up in the morning, so I don't get to school till like around 8:10, so I don't get to eat my breakfast in the morning.
North Shore Middle School was recently awarded a $4,000 grant with Fuel Up to Play 60. This grant, sponsored by the NFL and Dairy Max, will see North Shore Middle School students eating more breakfast and participating in different physical activities. One other initiative that North Shore Middle School has taken to heart is creating a culture of reading. Our great librarian, Miss Sherry Kaufman, can show you more about what she's doing to help create a culture of reading here at the Home of Champions.
The first thing we're trying to do in the library is to create a really inviting space. We want a space where the kids want to come on a daily basis and want to fall in love with reading. We've added a couple things this year that seems to be really popular, especially with our little boys. I have about 40 to 50 little boys in here during lunch playing games. So we allow them to come into this space and play games or to check out one of our Chromebooks and get on code.org and do some coding. Coding has been another popular program that we've started in here. We did Hour of Code and it just kind of snowballed from there. Other programs, we just try to think of teenage things that kids will attract kids into the library. For instance, we've got cheesy pickup lines for Valentine's Day all over our windows. And to my understanding, they've become quite the talk of the town. We're doing Blind Date with a Book right now, where kids can pick up a book in paper that's wrapped, and they can't see what the cover is. So they have to check it out, and then they can unwrap it. But we make them commit to taking it home, reading it, and falling in love with it. So Pause to Read is, we're encouraging our students, of course, to pause to read. So what we're doing is not only publicizing and decorating a lot with dogs and cats and that kind of thing, because we're punny like that here, but we are rewarding students when we catch them reading. We've got little treat bags that we give out to our kids that says pause, read, treat, repeat. And so we hope that the more kids that see other kids getting rewarded for reading, that will encourage them to read as well.
Boys clubs have been popping up all over Galena Park ISD at the elementary, middle, and high school level. Here at North Shore Middle School, we've gone above and beyond and created not only a boys club, but also a girls club.
The reason why the Dimosville Diamonds was started is because we know that middle school girls have a lot to deal with in school and out of school. So we wanted to create an organization where we can work one-on-one with them to build their self-esteem, to help them focus more on their academics, to get them involved in the community, because it's very important to know that there's something bigger than you. That's very important to know that other people need help besides you, and it's very important to be involved in your community.
And we also have a step team as part of the Dimosville Diamonds, which I coach. And stepping has a very long history dating back to African culture, but it has transformed into a practice that we do to help the girls become more confident in themselves. And like Ms. Bowden said, being a part of something and learning who you are and being a part of a team and knowing that what we say in Step in one team, one sound is that you're responsible for your sister. You learn the sisterhood on the Step team because you have to work together.
I learned how to be more open, because at first I was shy and very quiet, but now joining this organization, it helped me be more open to people.
Let me introduce you to North Shore Middle School's award-winning choir and the district's only jazz band.
So this is my 18th year at North Shore Middle School, and it's been a wonderful place to teach. I came here my very first year right out of college, and at that point there were about 240 kids in the choir, and we took 3 choirs to UIL contest. And since that time, the choir has grown to anywhere between 350 to over 400 students, depending on the year. And we now take 5 choirs to UIL contest and have had great success in elevating those groups to meet the standards. And we also present concerts throughout the year and compete with other schools for region choir contests, and typically take the most spots. So we usually have the most students in the region choir out of the entire region. This past year we had 36 students. We're really proud of them. They performed last weekend. So that's one of our major accomplishments that we've worked towards for the years that I've been here.
Choir, I've always been able to sing. I've always had the ability, and I feel like choir, it's given me a chance to sculpt my ability to sing and just put it in a professional form. And it's given me a way to express, with a group of girls who are equally gifted, and I just love the experience and the ability that we get to share with each other.
We started the jazz band in the spring of 2015. It was just an after-school activity, just for that kids could stay after school and practice a little bit more. And we ended up having about 60 to 70 kids stay every Tuesday, Thursday. It was just an after-school program that we started, and kids just started getting more involved in it. And it was one of those things that we started to get our kids to show up and practice more, get their instruments, playing their instruments a lot longer. But uniting these kids and having a lifelong relationship between each other. The impact of these kids being able to explore a new genre of music is teaching these kids to understand a variety of rhythms. Musically, they're playing different styles of music, and culturally, all this Latin jazz, from just swing jazz to funk, it's all just from different backgrounds and styles.
I wish I could show you everything that goes on here at North Shore Middle School, from our technology, to our fine arts, to our academics, to our athletics. All of these things together are what make us the home of champions. Well, you can definitely tell they didn't get the rhythm from me.
Once you get through 12 to 15 seconds of your introduction, The rest of it, you can sit there and read that paper.
That's fine by me.
Voice.
You know what? That's
Okay.
a good thing because this isn't a face you want up there for very long.
Hey, did you ever play an instrument?
I was a beginner band for 6th grade and I didn't practice, so I quit. Although I put my trombone in the bathtub one time because they said we could give our trombone a bad bath.
Another initiative is the culture of reading. And Ms. Kaufman, our librarian, has gone above and beyond with that program. That's it.
Okay.
It's real short.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, what did we just say? Hopefully.